Well, you've had just a number of highlight dunks. You know, you had that one at Providence, the one against St. John's. You added one tonight. What's been your favorite one so far this season?
Uh, I probably say this past one has been my favorite one. Just because like it was a little different. I've never kind of had that head on kind of contact. It was more like a facial dunk. It was kind of one of my first ones of those, and it was just exciting too. And it was most recent too. So I think people are talking about that in the locker room right now. It's in my head and stuff, and it's pretty exciting. But I don't know. I mean, I'd probably have to say that one.
Take us through that play. I mean, when you took off, what did you think you could punch it through there, or would you see?
Yeah. I mean, I saw them pressing. I knew they were gonna, be gambling, trying to get the ball. So I knew that their defense probably wasn't gonna be the best, of just staying in front. So I just tried to beat them, use my speed to get down the floor. And then when I saw the paint open up, I saw the big man staying with Dawson. And so I made that read, and I just decided to attack. And I think he just decided to jump a little too late, and didn't see it coming. So. It was a good play by Dawson too, just to be a threat and be there, to be under the hoop, to set up that play. So
I remember you had that dunk against Villanova last year with Ohio State, but has that high fly-in game always been part of your game?
Yeah, I mean, recently in senior year of high school it was, and in college it has been. Growing up, I didn't really have any bounce at all, really. And then I just started lifting stuff. Once I started, working on my body more, I got more comfortable with it, and it became more natural for me. But and right now it feels more natural, and I feel like I can use my athletic ability to the best of my game to help me and my teammates around me.
And then
Go ahead,
DJ,
Julie.
you had 17 points in the second half. How did you kind of get it going and get that energy up?
Yeah, I mean, really, my teammates. I mean, I've been struggling recently, scoring the ball, getting the ball in the hoop, and they just try to keep my head up and keep chugging and keep going through. So that's really what I did. I stick through. I played it patiently, and just took what the game gave me. And without my teammates, keep my head up, being there for me when things got hard, when it wouldn't have been able to happen.
Right. And you talk about your teammates too. The bench contributed 20 points tonight. Talk about how important those points are, obviously, when Theo just plays 2 minutes because he's under the weather.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, our bench has, done a lot for us this year, and that's always huge, especially with how deep we are and the depth we do have, to have those bench players, come in and get good quality minutes in. But I think that's big. We got a lot of young guys this year, and them just becoming more comfortable on the court, becoming more comfortable playing with each other, and when they get in the game, learning to attack, knowing when to attack and how to attack, and just being more comfortable with their game, I think is huge. And we're gonna need that throughout this rest of this postseason coming, and following years. So I'm proud of them, and definitely want them to keep that shit up.
Awesome. And obviously, you're returning to Pfizer for the last game of the regular season, and there are going to be 1,800 fans. Just talk about what it means to you, too. You're going to be in front of Marquette fans for the first time.
Yeah, no, that's really exciting. I mean, it's been a weird season, and it's been hard with it's been different just with no fans, just trying to find your own energy on the court and stuff like that. So we're very excited to come home on senior night, and play for the seniors that are leaving, and also the fans that are coming in with our families and stuff. So it's definitely going to be a different type of energy in that building, and we can't wait to play.
Yeah, you mentioned the bench, but Greg also hit some big shots for you guys. He hit that three, then he had the block, then he had that sweeping layup.
Mhm.
What's he given you guys since he got into the starting lineup, a couple games ago?
Yeah. No, I'm really, proud of G and where he's come from with his game. He's always, been talented, and he's fought adversity, with injuries and stuff like that. And he's starting to get more comfortable and be that, confident killer, that he has in him and stuff. And it's fun to see because he can really hoop. And, tonight he's just playing free, and he's playing, without thinking. He's just playing his game. And, as a player, it's fun to watch him do, and it's fun to play with him as well. So he makes it easy to play with, and he brings a lot of energy to the court that we're going to need.
Yeah, we've talked about the turnovers all year. I think you guys had 8 in the first half. Are you guys just pressing too much or getting sped up, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just sped up. I think. I mean, we know we can be strong with the ball. We work on it a lot. Every day in practice, we work on it, and I think it's honestly just being strong with the ball and knowing what you're going to do with it before, and having a plan and just being strong and sharp with the ball. I think is something that we need to continue to work on, and has kind of been a weakness of ours. But we're going to continue to sharpen it, and stay high-headed with that too as well. We can't let those bring us down, and we got to keep other parts of our game up when we're going through stretches where we're turning the ball over, and so I think that we just need to come together as a team and slow ourselves down and just play our game.
And obviously playing without Theo, you're a senior gold rim protector. You guys were shorthanded. What were the conversations like between you guys out there? Like, did you guys talking about having to grind this one out?
Yeah, no, I mean, we were very confident going into this game. We know we have plenty of depth and players to fill in for Theo, even though he brings a lot to our team. But I think Justin, with him being off a couple injuries throughout the games, and then coming back for a second game, I think he did well. He was a little frustrated here and there, but we just got to help keep him up, keep him to stay in the game and stuff like that. And I know Justin and Dawson are going to fight down low and work on to get offensive rebounds. But Polycat, he played a good game, and but I'm definitely proud of Justin and Dawson and the way they fought for how young they are in this league. And I think they're going to do a good job and just continue to learn as we go.
I know it's senior night for Theo, Kobe, and Jamal coming up on Saturday. I know you've only played with them 1 year, and they have the option of coming back next year too. But what's it been like meeting those guys and playing with them this year for you?
Oh yeah, I mean it's been awesome. I've created a brotherhood with these guys in such a short amount of time. Just with all the adversity we've been through this season and stuff like that, it creates a stronger bond. And I mean those are my brothers. Meeting them this year, I feel like we instantly connected, and I'm really happy for them. I'm happy to be on the same team as them, and I'm going to support them throughout anything in their life. So I'm hoping the best for their next journey, but I'm hoping we can end senior night with a W and get some momentum going into the postseason Big East tournament.
Wasn't wasn't the most beautiful win for you guys, but was it just a case of just grinding out and taking any win you can get?
Yeah, road win in this conference is like gold, and obviously our team not having Theo really available tonight, that's a big loss for us. I mean, Theo's been such a rock for us in so many ways, really this year on both ends of the floor, and not having him was a big loss. And but I thought we had a number of guys step up in his absence and have his back, and fortunately we were able to get the win.
Yeah, with Theo, did he say he could go in there for a couple of minutes? He wanted to give it a shot, and
yeah, he wanted to dress and give it a shot, and I wanted to see early in the game if maybe the adrenaline of the game could spark him to feel better. But watching him out there for the short period of time he was out there, I mean, he just was not himself. But again, we had a number of guys step up. That put a lot of pressure on our young big guys, especially with Justin getting 2 fouls in the first half. It put a lot of pressure on Dawson. Thought he did a really good job. And then Jose and Jamal, the guys who transitioned to the second big position, I thought both of them did a nice job for us.
And then DJ kind of took over scoring duties there in the second half. He's done that a number of times this year. What's he doing to kind of exploit his athleticism like late in games?
Yeah, with a smaller team, our floor is spaced a little bit differently. When you have 4 guys out there, that are perimeter guys, and he was able to exploit some of the spacing on the offensive end and get downhill and make some spectacular plays at and above the rim.
DJ's had a number of those above the rim, highlight reel slam dunks. As a coach, do you get excited when you see those, or are you too invested in, the game plan or telling people to get back on defense or whatever?
No, I get excited. I get excited. I mean, it's hard not to, but the game of basketball is a next play game. So, those spectacular plays, DJ can obviously make, and we saw a few of them tonight. But you always got to get on to the next play, especially with DePaul. They've really hurt us in transition, and our transition defense in the first half was not good. It was better in the second half, but we still got more room to grow there.
Go ahead, Zoe.
And Coach Charlie Moore tonight, he usually averaged 14.8 points. Before this game, your team held him to 4 from 16 shooting and 1 for 9 from 30. What kind of was the key to stopping him?
Well, our guys were aware in the first game, half their points were gotten by Charlie Moore and Freeman Liberty. And so our guys had a real awareness for him. I thought DJ, as spectacular as some of his offensive plays were, I thought his defense on Charlie Moore was terrific. I thought our bigs provided help when he was involved in ball screens. And then the times where DJ wasn't on him, I thought Kobe did a really good job. So for a guy that's as dangerous as Charlie Moore, it takes a team effort. And I thought our guys competed defensively.
Exactly. And then I guess Polycap too, he was at 6.9 points a game and he was at 20 tonight. I mean, what made him so tough to guard inside the paint?
Again, Theo does a lot for us, and he handles the vast majority of guarding post players. So it was a little bit different for both Dawson and Justin after, not really having practice for a month or a month plus and not having Theo. They were able to take advantage of our foul trouble and our defense.
Right. And obviously you mentioned without Theo, what about the bench too? They contributed 20 points, Jose and Kobe, and they put up some crucial points, and just talk about them too.
Yeah, I thought Kobe made really good decisions, 4 assists, 1 turnover. He had some really good drives that led to open perimeter shots for his teammates. And that's something that we've talked to Kobe about driving and kicking. And he did a good job of that tonight. And he's tried to do a good job of that the last few games. Jose is a guy who can put the ball in the basket. We needed that type of spark off the bench, and fortunately we got it.
And then obviously you guys are returning to Fiserv for the last game of the season and senior night, and there's going to be 1,800 fans. Just talk about what's going to be like having that 6-man back.
Well, it'll be great to be home in Fiserv and have fans there. I mean, it's unheard of for a high major team to have 6 road games in a row. I mean, it's literally been a month where we've been on the road, and our guys have handled that pretty darn well, all things considered, with some of the adversity that we've gone through. But make no mistake about it, our guys are looking forward to getting back in Fiserv. Obviously a senior night for us, having fans there, there's a lot to look forward to.
We good?
And Greg hit a couple of big shots. He hit that 3, he had a block, he made that layup. How has he settled into that starting role? Do you think it's given him more confidence?
Yeah, he's really embraced it. And you don't necessarily know how it's going to go, but to Greg's credit, he's really embraced the starting role. He's given us a shot in the arm with his shooting. When he makes plays, it excites our entire team. Certainly they're well aware of all the things that Greg has been through. I mean, you're talking about a guy that is in his 4th year of college, but really his 1st year playing. And so, he's really done a nice job for us as a starter.